Sawadika! Sabay Dimay! This is Princess Joy Bastillo, and today will be a very exciting day for all of us. Yes, you heard it right, because we will not just travel to Thailand, but we will also learn their literary history. May I ask you what comes to your mind when you hear the country Thailand? Ah, probably their famous movies like Bad Genius that you watch with your classmates and somewhat gives you an idea on how to cheat. No, I'm just kidding, never mind. Or maybe the BL series. The main reason why you stayed up late at night? No, I'm just kidding again. But for me personally, Thailand reminds me of this food, Tom Yum. Yes, that's my favorite food. A spicy Thai soup with shrimp, and it's one of the most famous traditional foods in the country. It is typically made with mushroom, tomatoes, garlic, fish sauce, cilantro, onions, galangal, and together with lemongrass and lime juice. Due to the composition of the ingredients, it is sour and spicy but lovely to the taste buds. Its traditional setup, the soup may feature meat such as fish, beef, pork, or chicken, and it's generally served in a large clay bowl and aluminum pot with charcoal burner. I'm craving for it right now. Or maybe Thailand reminds you of those beautiful tourist spots. Well, the Railly Beach. Krabi Province is home to some of Thailand's most famous beach destinations, and Railly tops the list as one of the most stunning, considered by many as one of the best beaches in the country. Railly delivers on promises of white sand, turquoise blue water, and the feeling that you found a slice of paradise even before your feet touch the sand. Then we have the Kufifi. The Fifi Islands are one of the Thailand's most popular resort areas for a resort. The clear blue waters, the soft sun, the breathtaking views that go on forever. Or maybe, do you like to go to the Grand Palace, Bangkok? Even if your plans for Thailand mainly involve the frolicking on a beach and eating as much masaman curry and pad thai as humanly possible, you'll probably spend at least one day or two in Bangkok. There are plenty of things to see and do in the capital, but the Grand Palace should definitely be at the top of your list. Yes, this is the #1 sightseeing attraction in the city, and it is staggering in both historical significance, of course, and craftsmanship. Then, we have the Sunday walking street, Chiang Mai. Every Thailand visitor looks forward to cheap and delicious food. Of course, it's a must. And that's exactly what they can find in abundance at Chiang Mai's Sunday night walking street. Vendors sell all kinds of treats here, from the popular pad thai and chicken satay to samosas, fried bananas, sweet roti, and fresh fruit shakes, often for less than 2 piece per dollar. And of course, we have here the Khao Yan National Park. Elephants are revered in Thailand. Of course, we all know that. And statues and paintings of them can be seen everywhere you go, including the royal palaces and many temples. For the ultimate experience, however, nothing beats the chance to see the elephants in their natural environment. And Khao Yan National Park provides a great opportunity to do just that. So do you think you have Thailand all figured out? You might be in for a surprise once you finish reading this list of some most interesting facts about Thailand, because Thailand is a land of surprise. It is my pleasure to you to share some facts about Thailand. 1. Thailand is the only Southeast Asian country that was never colonized by a European country. In fact, in Thai language, the name of the country is Patret Thai, which means land of free. Very fitting, right? The second one, Thailand is where you'll find both the smallest and the largest creatures. The smallest mammal in the world, the bumblebee bat, calls Thailand home. You can also find the largest fish, the whale shark, in Thai waters. Number 3, males were all Buddhist monks for a while. There was a time when all young men in Thailand, including the royalty, were required to become Buddhist monks, even if only for a short period of time before they turned 20. This practice is not observed as it used to be these days. His real name is one of the longest names of a place in the world, made up of Pali and Sanskrit root words. So I think you just have to read this because it's too long. Okay? But what does that name mean? It means city of the angels, great city of immortals, magnificent city of the nine gems, city of kings, city of royal palaces, home of gods incarnate erected by versatile and angel beings, and many more. Okay, let's go to number 5. People often marvel at the forests and jungles of Thailand, but there used to be more. What most people don't realize is that over 100 years ago, nearly all northern Thailand was covered in hardwood forest. Today, about a quarter of that forest is left. Only Singapore has lost more trees. For this reason, logging is completely banned in Thailand.
Indeed, no doubt. Thailand is such a beautiful place that you can travel. And if you're a food lover like me, this place is perfect for you. But not only that, we will also learn today a lot more about Thailand. But at this moment, I will show you that Thailand is not just a beautiful place, but also rich in literary history. So, Mai Penrai, you are welcome in Thailand literary history. Thai literature was traditionally heavily influenced by Indian culture. Thailand's national epic is a version of the Ramayana called the Ramakien. A number of versions of the epic were lost in the destruction of Ayutthaya in 1767. 3 versions currently exist. One of these was prepared under the supervision of King Rama I. His son Rama II rewrote some parts for Kon drama. The main differences from the original are an extended role for the monkey god Hanuman and the addition of a happy ending. Early Thai literature was primarily concerned with religion and until the mid-19th century was in verse form. Thai verse was written exclusively by the aristocracy or royalty, the only educated classes able to do so. The tradition of authorship by kings can be seen in all periods of country's history, from Sukhothai up to Bangkok. 2 Chakri monarchs, King Rama II and King Rama IV, were distinguished poets and stalwart patrons of Thai arts. One of the most important Thai literary works is the Ramakien, a uniquely Thai version of the Indian epic the Ramayana. Early Thai versions of the Ramakien were lost in the destruction of Ayutthaya. The longest of the 3 present versions was written in 1798 by the first Chakri king Rama I and a group of intimates who incorporated Thai and Buddhist elements into it to preserve the oral knowledge of Ayutthaya's state rites and traditions. Indeed, King Rama I's Ramakien is the major historical source of medieval Thai courtly traditions. Moving into the modern age about 1900 onwards, most of the Thai readers are well acquainted with the work of Dok Maisod, whose real name is M.L. Bupa Niman Hamida. She was a novelist in a pioneering age. Her best-known works were, for example, Foodie, Nong Rai Ran, Nit, Chai Chana Kong Luang Naraban, etc. Many of her works have been assigned as books for external reading for students at the secondary and tertiary levels of education today. Another leading literary figure is former Prime Minister M.R. Kukrit Pramo, whose works have been prolific. They appeared in various forms including short story author. His collection of short stories, the so-called Light Duet, is considered an exemplary work embodying the finest Thai prose, an appreciation of which is essential for the appraisal of Thai contemporary literature. His most outstanding novel, Sefanden, or Four Reigns, revolves around the court life from the reign of King Rama V to Rama VIII, offering a vivid portrait of Thai society in those long years of the four interesting reigns. Another popular Thai contemporary poet, Nawarat Phongphaibon, writes in a traditional style although his topics are current. His odes to such emotions as love, despair, and hope are laced with beautiful lyric. He has won both the Sea Right Award and the National Artist status. His most famous work, entitled Kian Faden, is the fruit of his journey to all corners of Thailand, from where he recorded the beauty and the admiration of local landscape in words and wins utmost popularity among the Thais.
Yes, it was inevitable that Thai artists in the age of technology would find new subjects and forms of expression in addition to more foreign influences. The Thai arts have begun to move in different directions which modern Thais can relate to. Yet, the beauty of the old has not lost its ability to inspire. And despite the inroads made by modern culture, it continues to hold its own and even to show signs of revival in many areas. Yes, that's all for today. I hope that you learned so much about Thailand, and that includes their famous favorite spots, foods, facts, and of course, their literary history. Bipay Gao Naka, Sawadika. Once again, this is Princess Joy Bustillo. Thank you for watching.